So guys, we're here having this meeting today because there is a surfer and environmental campaigner called Martin Furry that he found one of our pot noodles packaging on the beach and took it straightly to our boss at Unilever and asked what are we gonna do to better recycle and better approach this problem that we have with our product. So what do you guys think? How should we start it?
The main problem here is that the pot noodles is made of the plastic. It has that PP5, you know how it's made. When this plastic is not recyclable, okay, and with this, it's recyclable, but in places where there's only a certain amount of facilities where you can recycle it. That's the thing, where there's not enough facilities in the UK where you can recycle this sort of plastic. It's like called black plastic. So I believe that the issue here is we have the UK itself has no facilities to recycle this plastic, and we produce around 175 million pots annually. So it's a lot of pots. So we need to think on how we can maybe change our ways with the plastic or what we want to do.
So do you have like an action plan on what should we do?
Yeah. So at the moment, like I told you, that we have 175 million pots annually. It's made of the black plastic, which is non-recyclable, and there's no guidelines on the plastic pot noodles, so it doesn't show anyone how to recycle it or what they should do with the plastic after they finished it. So I think we need a more circular approach, like a closed loop system. This closed loop system will help us, because rather than being used a few times and then discarded, it means that being thrown away, the material doesn't lose value. So they can throw it and we can do something with the same plastic again. So initially we don't have to just change our ways where we have to change our whole production of plastic, but we just need a more closed loop system so it becomes more circular. Regarding this, I think we need to re-establish our connections with the government and other stakeholders to develop and upscale the collection and reprocessing of the infrastructure, so it helps with the circular economy. We need to renew our membership with the Ellen MacArthur Foundation and support their new plastic economy initiatives. As part of this, it will publish the full palette of plastic materials used in packaging in 2020 to help create plastic protocols for the industry. So it's in another year we can make a change with this.
So, my name is Coziana Gomez. In terms of the action plans for pot noodle, as we know, pot noodle is very popular in Britain, and according to research, there's 240 pots of noodles being eaten every minute in Britain. So with that, we can know that the plastic effect will be very impacted in the environment. So I would suggest that we should focus in the product itself and try to find suitable alternatives to reduce cost efficiency. And with that, I would say that we should start by finding new suppliers for the pot noodles and replace the plastic to paper cups. And also we should try to talk to the population and customers about the effects of plastic to the environment, so that they know that using paper recipients is a lot better than actual plastic. So that's my action.
Paper cups.
Yeah.
So as we know, these noodles are served in the plastic pots made of PP5, which is rigid polypropylene. The reason why pot noodle uses these cups is they're ideal to contain hot liquids, which is the same plastic that's used in yogurt packaging and straws, which were also recently set out to be banned within distribution in the UK as of October 2018. PP5 is a recyclable plastic, but as Syed said, it's not recyclable in all of the UK. They don't have all the recycling facilities. This means that of the pot noodle cups create waste and are contributing to the single-use plastics and past ocean plastic auditing. As Luana said, one of our cups was found. So this means that an alternative should be put in place for the packaging of the cup, but the cup design would remain. Tiziana mentioned paper, but I think another good alternative would be sugarcane-based polythene, which is a plastic made of natural ingredients. It's sustainable and it would be price effective. This is a method that's already popular in Brazil, and it's already being implemented in the UK by other brands such as Bulldog Skincare for Men. There's also an abundant supply of sugar cane, so we would never run out. But it isn't biodegradable, so we would be contributing to the circular loop recycling model. And yeah, that's
Well, I believe that Partner must take a more proactive approach in ensuring that our consumers probably discard this. Sian said that we don't have on our product that how people should recycle, but we should ensure that we can take an approach that make people discard of these plastic cups for recycling. So one of the alternatives that I was thinking was to, due to the high demand, because Yana said it right, the high demand for pot noodles, we should transform our packaging to noodle boxes because they are sealed properly, are spill free, and they can be recycled way easier than our plastic than our current packaging. So the thing would be that with these noodle boxes, we would have to redesign our product and our logo, but then we could add like an extra cost to the costing of the boot noodles, and the customers will probably be willing to pay since it's a premium and the packaging go in line with the environmental conservation campaigns that it's everywhere right now. And the other one is paper cups, as Glasiana said, because it's a viable alternative and they are decomposable. However, the drawback is that they use plastic, but not as much as our current packaging. So the transition for paper cups for paper cups, I believe can be in the right direction. But I would go through with the not noodle boxes since it would like rebrand our image, and it would be a marketing more it would seen as a marketing approach than anything else. Besides that, I don't know what else we can do because you're talking about the sugar. What did you say?
the sugar cane based plastic.
Yeah, the fact that it's not renewable, not biodegradable, not recyclable.
It is recyclable, but it's not biodegradable.
Yeah,
It's still plastic.
Yeah, but still, you can still recycle it. You will still be able to use it in 50 years' time. You can keep breaking it down in various ways, so it's not contributing to pollution. We're contributing to the circular loop model, which is a positive point.
Do you think it would
make a
be
positive
more
impact.
efficient than paper pots?
Yes, because I think the good thing about using the PP5 was because it's a rigid pot, so that means you can hold it. Paper cups would be sturdy for practicality reasons, and I think one of the reasons why pot noodle is so popular is because it's convenient. You can use it on the go. Boxes, it's also like a bit. I don't think it would be
there's
easy.
several companies that use the boxes.
But the only problem I have with this is pot noodles is a household name from 1977.
Yeah.
So they've established their model and their design for people to see, so they can see a pot and they think straight away pot noodles.
Yeah.
So if someone tries copying a pot noodles, like you have Kyobo, Maggi, they even made the pots. But when someone sees it, they see straight away pot noodles. So I believe that we shouldn't do the box, but we should rather cut the waste and redesign our pot to become so we can cut waste. By cutting the waste, we create efficiencies, cut costs, and improve margins, while becoming less exposed to volatility of resource prices. So this is something I think we should stay with the pot. Maybe if you guys want to make it out of rice paper or sugar cane, it's okay, it's a good idea. But the pot needs to stay the way it stays, like the design.
Yeah,
The pot.
I
agree with the
think
design.
that coming with a new design is also a good thing
Yeah,
in
it's
terms of
called
marketing
marketing
for our
approach.
for our customers, because we're gonna be changing, and that could be seen as a good thing. Plus, we're gonna be using, for example, paper pots, which is showing that we are